Personal factors. The personal factors leading to depression are the ones that are personal or confined to an individual. For example, family history, addiction to some particular thing, or overuse of a drug, etc. are included in this. 1. Genetics or family history. Depression can run in families and some people will be at an increased genetic risk. It's thought that depression is a complex trait, meaning that there are probably many different genes that each exert small effects, rather than a single gene that contributes to disease risk. However, having a parent or close relative with depression doesn't mean you'll automatically have the same experience. Life circumstances and other personal factors are still likely to have an important influence. 2. Bullying. Bullying and depression are often related. Researchers have discovered a strong link between bullying and depression. Depression is an illness that is not totally understood and may have a variety of causes, but it is clear that it has a relationship to bullying. Both bullies and their victims are more likely to suffer from depression than youth who are not involved in bullying. This connection can be long-lasting. People who are bullied as children are more likely to suffer from depression as an adult than children not involved in bullying. 3. Social isolation. Problems such as social isolation due to other mental illnesses or being cast out of a family or social group can contribute to the risk of developing clinical depression. These problems often end up leaving a person desolated, anxious and in a state of loneliness, thus leaving him in a depressed state. 4. Medical illness. The stress and worry of coping with a serious illness can lead to depression, especially if you're dealing with long-term management and chronic pain. These chronic and disabling medical conditions that may have no cure can raise your risk of becoming depressed. These categories of illnesses include cancer, heart diseases, stroke, thyroid problems, or any other chronic pain, which make depression more likely. 5. Drug overuse. Drugs can lead to and result from depression. Many people dealing with depression are also found to be addicted to drugs, mostly overusing them. In fact, it has also been found that nearly 30% of people with substance abuse problems also have major or clinical depression. Not only recreational drugs, but also a few of the prescribed drugs like corticosteroids, some beta blockers, interferon, and others lead to depression. 6. Alcohol abuse and smoking. Abuse of alcohol is strongly linked to depression. Having a regular intake of excessive alcohol may lead to depression. Smoking also has long been linked with depression, though it's a chicken or egg scenario. People who are depression-prone may be more likely to take up the habit. However, nicotine is known to affect neurotransmitter activity in the brain, resulting in higher levels of dopamine and serotonin, which is also the mechanism of action for antidepressant drugs. Avoiding cigarettes, and staying smoke-free, could help balance your brain chemicals. 7. Conflicts. Depression in someone who has the biological vulnerability to develop depression may result from personal conflicts or disputes with family members or friends. Sometimes, poor sibling relationship also becomes a major cause of depression. Psychiatry found that men who didn't get along with their siblings before age 20 were more likely to be depressed later in life than those who did. Researchers suggest that effective sibling relationships could help children develop the ability to relate to peers and socialize, thus diminishing the depression to trigger.